In this video, we're going to talk about something that many seniors might not even realize is affecting their health: the fruit we eat every day. You might think that fruits are always a healthy choice, but some of them could be secretly making your feet feel numb, tingly, or cold. If you've been dealing with nerve issues, poor circulation, or diabetes, certain fruits may be causing spikes in your blood sugar, inflammation, and nerve damage, all of which can make your foot problems worse. The truth is, some fruits that many of us have been eating for years are actually doing more harm than good. So, in this video, I'll be sharing with you 6 fruits that could be sabotaging your foot health without you even knowing it. You'll learn how these fruits affect your nerves and circulation, and why you might want to reconsider them if you're experiencing foot numbness or tingling. Before we start, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Just drop your state or city in the comments below. It helps us feel like one community here, learning together and supporting one another. And if you have any natural health tips of your own, feel free to share those too. Someone else might really benefit from hearing what's worked for you. Point 1. Pineapple. Let's start with one of the most beloved tropical fruits, pineapple. For many of us, it's a symbol of summer, sweet, refreshing, and bursting with flavor. It's easy to throw some pineapple into a fruit salad or snack on a few pieces without thinking twice. After all, it's packed with vitamins and fiber, right? But what you may not realize is that pineapple is loaded with sugar, especially fructose, which can cause serious issues if you're dealing with foot problems or nerve pain. A single cup of pineapple can have over 16 grams of sugar. Even though this sugar is natural, it still affects your body in the same way as any other sugar. When you consume foods that are high in sugar, like pineapple, your blood sugar levels spike. For seniors, especially those with diabetes or poor circulation, these sudden sugar spikes can put a lot of stress on your body. It triggers a dangerous cycle of blood sugar highs and lows, which can harm your nerves, especially in the feet. Now, what does this have to do with your feet? Well, when your blood sugar fluctuates too much, it deprives your nerves of the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay healthy. This can lead to the tingling, numbness, and cold feet that many seniors experience. Even if you're just sitting down for a while, you might feel like your foot has fallen asleep, and that's your nerves giving you a warning. But that's not all. Pineapple also contains a substance called bromelain, which, in some people, can cause inflammation or irritation in the stomach. For seniors with nerve problems, this inflammation can spread and worsen the condition. So, while pineapple may taste like a refreshing treat, it could be quietly making your feet feel worse. Point 2. Watermelon. Next, let's talk about a fruit that many seniors enjoy during the summer: watermelon. It's sweet, juicy, and refreshing, often thought of as the perfect treat to cool off on a hot day. But what if I told you that watermelon could actually be doing more harm than good, especially for those of us dealing with foot numbness or nerve pain? Watermelon is made up mostly of water, which makes it seem like the perfect hydrating fruit. But the reality is that watermelon has a very high glycemic index. What does that mean for you? Simply put, it means watermelon causes your blood sugar to rise very quickly. This sudden spike in sugar can wreak havoc on your body, especially your delicate nerves, and particularly in your feet. When your blood sugar spikes, your body works overtime to try and bring it back down. But the problem is that this constant fluctuation in blood sugar levels weakens the small blood vessels that supply your nerves. And over time, this can lead to nerve damage, especially in your extremities, like your feet. The tingling or numbness you feel in your feet may not be a coincidence after eating watermelon. It could be a sign that your nerves are suffering due to those rapid blood sugar changes. Watermelon also doesn't help much when it comes to hydration in the long run. While it may feel hydrating at first, it's lacking in fiber and electrolytes, which are necessary for your body to properly metabolize sugar. This means that even though you might feel refreshed momentarily, your nerves are still struggling to deal with the sugar overload. And for seniors, especially those with diabetes or nerve damage, this can make things worse. Point 3. Grapes. Let's move on to a fruit that seems harmless, but can actually be one of the worst offenders when it comes to foot health: grapes. Many seniors think of grapes as a quick, easy snack, sweet, juicy, and packed with antioxidants. They might even consider them a healthier alternative to sugary snacks. But if you're dealing with tingling, burning, or numb feet, grapes could be contributing to those issues without you even realizing it. 1 cup of grapes can contain up to 23 grams of sugar. That's quite a bit of sugar, especially when you consider how easy it is to mindlessly snack on them. Unlike other fruits that may feel heavy in your stomach, grapes are small, sweet, and easy to overeat. But here's the catch. The sugar in grapes is primarily fructose. This type of sugar is especially tricky because it can overwhelm your liver, disrupt your metabolism, and, most importantly, contribute to dangerous blood sugar spikes. For seniors, particularly those with diabetes or prediabetes, the rapid absorption of sugar from grapes can have serious consequences. These blood sugar spikes cause inflammation and put stress on the blood vessels, especially in your feet. The tiny blood vessels that supply your nerves can become damaged over time, leading to numbness, tingling, or the sensation of walking on cotton. What makes grapes even more dangerous is that they are so easy to snack on without realizing how much you're consuming. A handful here and there might not seem like much, but it can add up. And because grapes have little to no fiber to slow down the absorption of sugar, the impact on your blood sugar is more immediate. If you've been experiencing foot numbness or tingling after eating grapes, it's worth considering cutting back or swapping them out for a better fruit option that won't wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. Point 4. Bananas. Now, let's talk about a fruit that has long been considered a staple in many seniors' diets. Bananas. Soft, easy to digest, and often recommended for muscle cramps. Bananas are a common go-to for breakfast or as a quick snack. But what most people don't realize is that bananas, especially when fully ripe, are packed with natural sugars. And this can be problematic for those dealing with foot numbness or nerve issues. A medium banana contains around 17 grams of sugar, primarily in the form of fructose and glucose. While this sugar is natural, it can still cause a significant spike in blood sugar levels. For older adults, particularly those with reduced insulin sensitivity or conditions like diabetes, these blood sugar surges can be harmful. The result is often inflammation around the peripheral nerves, particularly in the feet and legs. This inflammation can disrupt the nerve signals, leading to the tingling, burning, or numb sensations that many seniors experience. But it's not just the sugar content that makes bananas tricky. Bananas also contain a substance called tyramine, which can affect blood pressure and blood flow. While this is typically safe in small amounts, consuming too many bananas or pairing them with certain medications can interfere with circulation and make nerve problems worse. Poor circulation to the feet can already be a big issue for seniors, and bananas, though beneficial in some ways, can inadvertently make this worse by affecting blood flow. Bananas may be helpful for muscle cramps, but for seniors with foot problems, they can create more harm than good. If you've been eating bananas regularly but find your feet becoming more numb or tingly, it could be worth reducing your intake or swapping them for a fruit that doesn't cause the same blood sugar spike. Point 5. Dried fruits. Next up, let's talk about dried fruits. You might have raisins, dates, or apricots sitting in your pantry, thinking of them as a healthier snack option than candies or sugary desserts. After all, dried fruits are naturally sweet and packed with fiber, right? While they might seem like a good choice, these little bites of sweetness can actually be quite harmful for seniors dealing with foot numbness, tingling, or nerve damage. Here's the problem. When fruits are dried, they lose their water content, but they retain their sugar, and in many cases, the sugar becomes concentrated. A small handful of raisins or dried apricots can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. For example, just a small portion of raisins can pack up to 24 grams of sugar, and because dried fruits are so small and easy to eat in large quantities, it's very easy to unknowingly consume a lot of sugar in a short period. For seniors, especially those managing diabetes or peripheral neuropathy, this concentrated sugar can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. These spikes lead to inflammation and disrupt circulation, both of which can worsen nerve damage. The small blood vessels in your feet, the ones that supply your nerves, are particularly vulnerable. Over time, the excess sugar can damage these blood vessels, leading to further numbness, tingling, or a cotton feet feeling. What makes dried fruits even trickier is how easy they are to overeat. Because they're so small, we tend to eat more of them than we would fresh fruit. And unlike fresh fruits, dried fruits are low in water and can be harder to digest, which means your body can't process the sugar as efficiently. This leads to higher blood sugar levels for longer periods, which is exactly what you want to avoid, especially as we age. So, while dried fruits might seem like a good snack option, They can be a hidden danger, contributing to blood sugar issues and nerve damage over time. Point 6. Oranges. Finally, let's discuss oranges, a fruit that has long been associated with good health. We've all heard about the benefits of vitamin C, and many seniors are encouraged to eat oranges or drink orange juice to boost immunity, especially during flu season. However, while oranges are healthy in some ways, they can actually cause more harm than good for those with foot problems, especially if you have diabetes or nerve issues. Oranges are high in sugar, with a medium-sized orange containing about 12 grams of sugar. This might not sound like much, but the problem is that oranges, especially in juice form, cause a rapid rise in blood sugar. When you juice an orange, you lose the fiber that helps slow down sugar absorption. That sugary liquid goes straight into your bloodstream, leading to a quick spike in blood sugar levels. For seniors with diabetes or poor circulation, this can be problematic because it causes inflammation and damages the small blood vessels that nourish your nerves, particularly the ones in your feet. But the dangers of oranges don't stop there. Oranges are acidic, which is another concern for seniors with nerve issues. The acidity can irritate already sensitive nerves, worsening symptoms like tingling, burning, or numbness in the feet. For seniors with peripheral neuropathy, this acid can make the discomfort even worse, making it harder to find relief. Another point to consider is that oranges can interact with medications that many seniors take, such as blood pressure medications, statins, and certain anti-inflammatory drugs. The acid in oranges can interfere with the absorption of these medications, reducing their effectiveness and possibly leading to unwanted side effects. While oranges may seem like a healthy choice because they're packed with vitamin C, they can cause blood sugar spikes, irritate nerves, and even interfere with medication. If you've been enjoying oranges regularly and noticing an increase in foot discomfort or other symptoms, it might be time to swap them out for a fruit that is gentler on your body. Point 7. Tropical fruits. Let's talk about some tropical fruits that are often seen as exotic and delicious: mangoes and papayas. These fruits are full of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, and they're often praised for their nutritional value. However, while they are packed with healthy benefits, they can also pose risks, especially for seniors with foot numbness, nerve damage, or poor circulation. One of the main issues with tropical fruits like mangoes and papayas is their high sugar content. For example, a single mango can have up to 45 grams of sugar, most of which is natural sugar in the form of fructose. While natural sugars might seem better than refined sugar, they still have the same effect on your body. If you're consuming these fruits frequently, especially if you have diabetes or peripheral neuropathy, the sugar spikes can cause inflammation and damage to your nerves over time. These sugar surges can be particularly harmful to the nerves in your feet. When blood sugar levels rise quickly, it can disrupt the blood flow to your extremities, leading to numbness, tingling, or a cotton feet sensation. In the long term, it may even lead to more severe nerve damage, making it harder for you to feel steady on your feet and increasing your risk of falls. Another issue with tropical fruits is that they are often consumed in large quantities, especially when blended into smoothies or eaten in large chunks. This makes it easy to unknowingly consume more sugar than your body can handle, causing those dangerous blood sugar spikes and exacerbating foot problems. Even though these fruits are delicious and packed with nutrients, they can be too much of a good thing for seniors with nerve-related issues. While mangoes and papayas are great sources of vitamins and antioxidants, they may not be the best option for seniors dealing with foot problems. If you've been enjoying these fruits but have noticed an increase in foot discomfort or tingling, you might want to consider cutting back and opting for fruits with lower sugar content and a gentler effect on your blood sugar levels. Now that we've gone over 6 fruits that may be secretly harming your feet, it's time to focus on what you can do to protect your health. The goal isn't to eliminate all fruits from your diet, but to make smarter, more informed choices that support your body's needs as you age. The good news is that there are plenty of fruits that are not only delicious, but also much better for your feet and overall health. For instance, berries like strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries are packed with antioxidants and have a low glycemic index, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar the way high-sugar fruits do. These fruits help reduce inflammation, protect your nerves, and support circulation, making them an excellent choice for seniors dealing with foot numbness or tingling. The key takeaway here is to choose fruits that are low in sugar, high in fiber, and packed with antioxidants. Pair these fruits with a healthy fat or protein to keep your blood sugar steady. By being mindful of your fruit choices, you can still enjoy delicious, healthy snacks without putting your feet or nerves at risk. I know it's tough to change long-held habits, but making small adjustments like this can go a long way in keeping your feet healthy, your nerves calm, and your overall health in check. If you found this video helpful, leave a 1 in the comments and share any tips you might have. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm here to help. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more health tips, and share this video with friends and family who might benefit. Thank you for watching, and take care of those feet. They've carried you through a lot.